Hello. Thank you. All right, so let's see what we got going on. How's everyone doing this evening? We have 5. Hello. I just uploaded a video. I didn't get a tower. I didn't get a chance to like really. I had to hurry up and kind of push it out, but it's basically, this is the continuation. So I started at the beginning of the story, which if everyone wants to kind of bow out and kind of go back and look at the video that I just uploaded, which is basically, this is going to be, because we're going to be continuing from that. Okay? If not, then hang out for a few minutes and I can just tell you basically kind of what I went through. If that makes sense. All right. All right. I don't know. Did anyone see the uploaded video from YouTube that I just put on TikTok? I don't know why I said that. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'm getting on kind of like a little bit of a side note about that. Do I think it's a bit more personal? Do I think it could be 2 people? Yes. But I was getting something about a merger of 2 businesses or 2 companies. I'm going to tell you what I got, though. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I kind of felt like TikTok might be merging with somebody. And I don't know why I just said YouTube a minute ago, but wouldn't that be cool if TikTok and YouTube kind of merged? An American company and... Or what if, you know, TikTok merged with an American company? I guess they wouldn't have a choice. They have to kind of keep them here, right? So anyway. All right. There is the Hangman. Okay, so if everyone is familiar with... Yeah, I was kind of getting that when I was kind of like... I was kind of getting hinted at when I was doing this reading. I thought that was kind of interesting. I picked up on something like that. So, I guess that would probably be like the best way that TikTok could defeat. We all want to keep TikTok, don't we? Nothing is perfect. Nothing's perfect. Definitely has its flaws, but everything does. However, with that being said, it's a good platform. It's a good platform. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to continue with this story right here. This was on the top when I kind of did the cards. This one was on the top, so I kind of pulled this off to the side because I felt like there's something about this card that I wanted to continue with. So I'm going to hold this here for a second. I have this Fool, I have this Empress, this 8 of Wands, you know, but I'm noticing something about, I was getting something about, and I kept hearing the song Jack and Diane. So any of my 80s fans, I didn't want to see that, did you? I'm sorry. Any of my 80s fans here, remember John Mellencamp, whatever his name is. Anybody remember the song Jack and Diane? I kept hearing the song as I was channeling it. So I kind of like put the... Jessie, hello. The song keeps popping up on Spotify because I kept hearing it as I was reading this. So I got a couple of people. And then as I was uploading the video, it says, 2 American kids grown up in the heartland. Funny thing is that when I did this reading, I kept seeing this and it reminded me of something like agricultural or farmland. Okay, it doesn't have to be that, but I'm just kind of like, you know, getting, you know, whatever else. I'm getting something like that. Okay, so there could be, you know, I was getting something. There could be something that could be coming out. I was also picking up on something about health. Okay. It's really, really interesting, a bunch of stuff that I was getting to. You just ran into the ex the other day, and we both grew up in the farmland. Very, very cool. From Wisconsin, boonies. I remind you of Winona Ryder. Well, thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. She was a cutie. Haven't seen her in a long time, though. Winona Ryder, younger or older? I don't know. Okay. Now, there could be, you know, whoever these two people are, it could be a few different things. I'm getting strongly about maybe a merging of like two different kinds of, I'm really getting like a merging of two different companies, two different businesses. So there is definitely going to be something like that. And I really am getting something like TikTok. Okay. A lot of my readings, you know, from like even starting from January, I try to be very, very cryptic because I was kind of afraid to really say too much, but I kept picking up on TikTok being banned. I kept getting a lot of heavy energy from that without actually coming out and saying it in my videos because I try not to get too whatever. But I kept getting something like that ever since January. So, but for whatever reason, now I'm kind of getting something about, you know, maybe like some kind of a merger or something like that. Well, let's just kind of hope, you know, things work out with that. A side note is I'm getting something about, I don't know if I can even say the word pharmaceutical because I did it in the video, but I cut it out just in case. I don't even know if I can say that word anyway. I was picking up on something like that, so I'm getting a whole bunch of different stuff in regards to whatever this reading is. I'm going to get to a smaller scale in just a second. Hello, caress me. Okay, now, I'm getting, whatever this is, this has something to do with health. So this could help as far as, you know, let's say people are going to be doing, you know, there could be something about being uncovered. I try not to get too much into any of this kind of information, but I am getting a lot about it. I feel like the lid's going to be blown off a few things. As far as, you know, the way, maybe even the way that we farm land, farm crops. There could be a lot that's kind of coming out about, you know, certain things that kind of go into our food. I'm getting a whole bunch of different stuff. Anyway, now, I'm going to kind of come back to that because I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff on a grand scale. It's like a whole, for months I've been getting a bunch of stuff, okay, as far as like a bunch of different companies, stuff, secrets coming out. I've been getting that for a long time, and for whatever reason, I'm getting a lot of that here. And I feel like there could be some like heavy investors that may have actually even bought some stock or some farmland, you know, that could be from different countries, okay? So I don't know too much about that. It's just kind of how I'm seeing it or feeling it. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I'm getting something about that. However, on a smaller scale, let's get back to Jack and Diane. Okay. Jack and Diane, two American kids grown up in the heartland. Okay, so Jackie's going to be a football star. I keep hearing that song. I'm going to have to pull up the lyrics because it's like really, really antagonizing me. Whoever these two people are. Now this is getting really, really small, intimate scale. Now this could be two people. I feel like if these are two younger people, they are very mature for their age. Okay. If it's not that, or if, you know, whatever it is for you. For some, one person is very, I use the word eclectic, somebody who's very sporadic, somebody flashy, some kind of, like, kind of cool, fun. Now I'm hearing the song Footloose. I'm seeing clips from the movie Footloose. There's something very much about Midwest. I keep picking up something Midwest. Okay? These two people, the reason I feel like, okay, so let me get down here, okay? Let me see what this is too. Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands. There could be trying to raise a family. Now, I am getting something about whoever you are. If you have met with somebody or coming together with somebody or met a new person or a new suitor, this is something that's going to be coming about in the spring. This isn't going to be for everyone. Thank you very much. This isn't going to be for everyone. It's only going to be for, you know, whoever this resonates for. Just keep the vibration up. Try to keep the energy up. Keep the excitement that somebody could be coming in for you. Okay? Even if this isn't your story, it's possible maybe we can actually draw that energy towards us. Okay, so try to just wait in the energy of expectancy, whatever it is, whether if this is a new person, a new job, or whatever it is. Because whatever this is something, you know, you have the Ace of Wands here. I'm getting two people who could have met. They may be wanting to have a family, okay? Now, these two people could be a little bit older, more, you know, I don't want to say advanced age, because for me that feels like, you know, like pretty old. So these people could be like more or less in their 40s-ish age. Someone is unable to have children, or maybe they want to have children. Somebody wants to leave a legacy. But thank you very much. Thank you. They're unable to, and that could be weighing heavy on another person. Somebody is definitely divorced. Okay. This, I feel like masculine energy, I keep wanting to say gentleman. Okay. This gentleman. Okay. Or this masculine energy. Likes how spunky or fiery this person is. Because I feel like this person could be a little bit more laid back and chill. Or this person is more of a, I keep wanting to say whippersnapper. Now, I feel like these two may want to, I feel like there's going to be an issue as far as somebody, it's almost like somebody wants to kind of get in under the gun. So it's like somebody has been wanting to have kids. They've been wanting to find a partner. And it's like, oh, well, you know, it's a little bit too late. You know, it's like I finally found somebody that I want to have kids with. You know, is kind of how I'm getting it. But I don't necessarily know that, you know, it is of the right age or the right time. You know, it could be that somebody has already gone past that point of no return. However, with whatever this is, however this message resonates for you, perhaps you weren't supposed to. You know, perhaps there's something else that you're supposed to do. Okay? That's kind of how I reason with it. I look at a lot of different magician. I look at the magician. So, I mean, think of all the, you know, gurus, religious leaders, spiritual leaders, influencers, people of, you know, that have made, not all of them, but a lot of people that have made, you know, incredible impact in history, contributed certain things, that never left on a legacy. Hello, Pixie Evil. That never left on a legacy. They had no children. Okay? So kind of think of it like that. So don't be so depressed that maybe, you know, if it is something like that, that you're not going to have something to carry on. There could be a good reason for that. You know, try to see the beauty or the blessing in that. It could mean that because there's a certain reason. You know, maybe you don't have kids because there's something else that you're supposed to do. That's going to contribute to the world or society. And having a child would take that away. Okay? Or having children would take that away. Let's remember, this isn't about us. This life generally really isn't always about us. It's about us living through divine or God, you know, in order to make a difference in the world, you know, to help humanity, to evolve, to get rid of karma, whatever. It's a whole bunch of different stuff is the reason as to why we're here. It's not just about we come here to reproduce and that's it. I mean, if you think about it, how dull is that, in my opinion? But I mean, you know, if that's all that we're here to do, that's kind of like dull. Don't you? I mean, for me, I like the idea of thinking that there's something more beyond and there's something more mystical and magical as far as why we're here. We're not here just to reproduce and just die and then just let that karmic cycle continue. I personally don't see it like that. You know, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but I like to think about a lot of different things, okay? So kind of think of it like that, okay? It could be me being scared of that in general. I spent a lot of time with men who I had to leave. Yeah. And it could be, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It is a lot. Nice time to have a breakdown. Are you okay? Does somebody have a breakdown? But yeah. And that could be even what this is. I mean, like, you know, sometimes we don't, like, if I had had kids, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. And I would not be continuing to go towards whatever it is that I'm supposed to be going towards. Okay? But that's what I'm getting. So, whoever you are, there could be something about you that really needs to make some sort of a massive impact in this world. Okay? And it doesn't include, you know, family continuing. Okay? How I kind of look at it, I just had a terrible feeling I'm not going to have children, and it's very upsetting. You know, I talked about that. When did I talk? I was talking about that. Was it my live Saturday or Sunday? I think I was recently talking about that. Where it was like, I was sad and upset because I thought I was going to have... I realized the reason why I wanted kids was because everyone wanted me to have kids. But I didn't really want to have kids ever since I was a kid. But I kind of wanted to have kids. You know? Children of my own. I'm not going to say if I met somebody they had kids. I'm not saying that. Of course, I love kids. I love kids. But something when I was a kid told me I wasn't supposed to have kids. Okay? And it's like the more that I get older, I'm like, I'm glad, you know, because I feel like something is like I'm supposed to be kind of whatever. So I feel like I'm kind of like right on schedule. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I don't know if this makes any sense to anyone. But I would not be able to devote all of my time to everything that I'm doing. Okay? Now, because I feel like there could be someone that maybe, you know, maybe you have a certain calling. There's something that you're supposed to be doing. Okay? And it didn't include that. I also think of it this way. I'm ending my family karma. You know? I don't have to bring any souls back onto this planet, thank goodness. You know? It's my last incarnation, so I'm not going to be bringing anyone else into this planet. So I'm okay with it. I'm very okay with it. So if that kind of like helps anyone think about things differently, you know, about if they're kind of like feeling depressed about it. Now, let me find out about what these two are supposed to do, because I feel like these two have some sort of a special mission. Okay. Hello, Dorothy. I took all my moderators off. I don't have any moderators right now. I hope no bad guys or anything's in here, but I took them all off because I don't want everyone feeling like they have to kind of like watch everything. I'm just going to try to keep an eye on it. If I need somebody, I'll ask, but I don't want everyone to kind of like being stuck, you know, not being able to listen to the reading. So thank you, everyone. Anyway, let me find out what these two have going on. Now, these two are very, very different. There's something about these two that is very, very different. One is slightly younger or older than the other. We'll scare the bad guys away. Yes, thank you. One is slightly older than the other. I don't feel like there's a major age difference, though. You know, if it is, I mean, the maturity level is definitely there. If there is an age difference, if there is a bit of a gap, I don't think if it is, it's not much. It's not much, okay? But if it is, the maturity level is very much even, Okay. Yeah, I don't necessarily feel it's that, because that would be like 12-year difference. I don't necessarily feel like it's that much of a difference. I don't feel like it is. I really don't feel like it's a major age difference. I mean, we'll see what we get. At most, it could be probably 8 years. It could be, but I don't know. All right. Tell me about these two, because they share something in common. The guy dating is 5 years older. We're both pursuing heavy academic careers. Very nice. Could be 4 months difference, yeah. Because whatever this is, it doesn't feel like it's too... It doesn't feel like it's too far off. But, you know, it could be. Chariot. Yeah, that's what I was saying. These two are very, very different from each other. Very, very different from each other. Now, hang on. I need to find my glasses. Come on, Grace. Get it together. I'm very drawn to this. Somebody may they may have tribal tattoos, or maybe there's something about them. It could feel very tribal. Okay. Oh, wow. I wish I had something to kind of... GM. It looks like a GM. Looks like GM. Somebody could work for a car company or something like that. Your name is Gina Marie. My sister's name is Gina Maria. And my name is Grace Marie. You have a tribal tattoos. You have a great number. Oh, wow. Very nice. Now, give me more on this. It was in the upright, but then it went in reverse. So what I'm getting is, with whoever these people are, somebody's actually having financial problems, or maybe they don't have a very nice car, or maybe they're having car problems, or maybe they have to put a lot of money into a car. Okay? I feel like as though somebody could have even lost a business or maybe lost a lot of money. All right? Maybe things had seemed hopeful at one point. Okay? But now, I don't know who this person, which one it is. One of the, it could be both. One of these people may have had, so it's like they had some success. I don't know that this is, there's something else coming into this reading. This feels different. What is this? This feels different. This feels different. What is this? Page of Wands. Tell me about this. This is different. What is this? $89 souls. 9 of Wands. Now, this is so weird. One of these people may have an outside attachment, or somebody that is, somebody could even have like a recent ex. There is a lot of passion and a lot going forward with these two. I was actually getting more into this, but there's something else. So there's something that, it's like a bump in the road that these two are going, so that could be why this story is coming up. There is something that's going to be doing something to kind of keep these two people apart. Okay? This is why this story is coming up. Yes, this is a collective reading. So, with whatever this is, don't worry about the gender. Whether it's, I mean, because like for me, example. Hey, Melissa, how are you? I'm generally hi, Jason. I'm generally I'm more masculine. I know I look more feminine, but I'm definitely more masculine. I'm more the dominant one in relationship. Okay? However, I'm a feminine zodiac sign. Okay? And people that I've dated have been more on the feminine side. More, I don't want to say passive, but, dominant, and then passive. But they have been masculine zodiac signs. So they show up as the masculine even though I'm the masculine one. Does that make sense? I try not to get too much into zodiac signs and stuff like that because it confuses people. Yes, I'm a Virgo. So, and Virgo is a feminine zodiac sign. So, hello, Australia. But that's why I'm trying to say, so it doesn't matter the gender of these two. It doesn't matter. So try not to get too wrapped up into it. So however the dynamic is between these two people, there's a lot of magnetism that draws these two together. I feel that they're very different, which is a very good thing. However, they have something, that they're probably going to be starting. And I feel like it's going to start off with shared ideals, shared vision. Okay? For whatever reason, somebody has another person attached to them from the outside. So let's say these two people may have a dream, may have two people come together and, for whatever reason, something starts to work. And then they start to kind of share ideas and things kind of blossom into that. Could it eventually turn into romantic? Yes, it's a very good possibility it could turn romantic. And the thing that I was getting about legacy and family, a lot of times we look at things from a human perspective. We look at things from a physical or material perspective. We don't see things as far as abstract. Okay? Let's say this is two companies or two businesses. They could have children. They could become a chain across the globe. That could be considered children. I try to help people to open up their minds a little bit to tarot so they don't back themselves into crappy scenarios that they're kind of trapped in. Because a lot of times, this is a whole different dynamic. Okay? So, and that could be what that is. So if this could be two people who could be starting a business, let's say they could start something and then they could actually have different locations throughout the United States. That could be what they consider a legacy or children. Okay? It's just something, an extended part of them. Okay? Whoever this person is, I feel like this person is going to do something, and it could be something as far as temptation. A lot of times people can't seem to let go of exes, or they tend to want to help people that sometimes we don't always need to be helping people. Okay? Whatever this is could cause conflict between these two. Okay? She's crafty. Hello. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So let's say somebody needs a loan. Because that's what the Six of Pentacles can be a lot of times. It can be a loan. Somebody needs a loan. You know, you're in a good position. You have really good credit. You can afford it, you know. But let's say something happens. You give this person and they kind of like steal it, or they don't pay it back, or something weird happens with this. Or let's say you loan this person something and they get caught doing something with the money you loaned them. And it reflects bad on you because you have a tie or attachment to somebody who was shady. Okay? So let's try to open the mind a little bit. All right? However this is, that's why a lot of times, you know, we can take on other people's karma. And that can be so many different ways. You know, whatever our attachment is to shady people or bad people or exes. Sometimes exes, you know, sometimes they want to do things to hurt us. Sometimes they want to kind of stick around and be friends with us because they don't want us to go forward. Okay? They don't want us to find other people. They want us on the back burner so that if they have somebody else, you know, I'm just going to keep you on ice, but I don't want you to go anywhere because in case I want you, you know, wasting somebody's time, years, life. Okay? So we have to be very, very careful. This doesn't have to be an ex, but it almost feels ex-ish. Now, this could be anybody who is down on their luck. This could even be somebody who has moved out. Somebody who has, I mean, a lot of times the Nine of Swords in this deck can signify some form of a movement. Okay? That's what I get in this Nine of Swords. This can be somebody who, you know, maybe they were in the doghouse. Maybe they, you know, things didn't get along. Maybe they had to kind of like move bedrooms or something like that. You know, maybe they no longer slept in the same room until finally, you know, you guys broke up or whatever because it was just going bad. Now you've met somebody else and this person is still kind of hanging on. You know, it could be something like that. Okay? Let's find out more about this. Why this? What is this person going to? This person could get in trouble with the law. This person could be in trouble with the law. Okay. You have the Chariot. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Nine of Wands. And then you have this. This could be somebody who has gotten in trouble because of some form of an addiction. They could have even been drinking and driving or something like that. Can you post this on YouTube? I'm planning on it, yes. I am planning on it, yes. I'm planning on putting it on YouTube. Okay. So, that's what we have with that. Am I suggesting be nasty or rude to exes or whatever? No. You know, wish them well. You know, no matter, you know, let's start focusing on having good karma. You know, wish them well. Like I said, whatever you wish for you is what you're wishing for yourself. The best that you can, try to process and see things more mystical, magical. Try to start to let go of anger and resentment. Okay, a lot of times we have to let things go because we just have to let it go. Okay, a lot of times these things are blessings that they don't work out for whatever reason. Okay, just wish them well. You know, don't wish anything bad on them. Okay. However, this person probably is going to be coming up to something. They could get into a lot of trouble about something. Now, this definitely could be an ex. Reason being, you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. And the thing is, with these two, they may have actually seemed like a very good couple or a very good pair. I don't know. They're just, you know. No. All right. All right. So let's get some more on these two. How is these two going to meet? Have they already met? These two have not technically met yet. For some of you, yes. For some of you, yes. But for... It's the attached ex. We were great for a while. Yeah, and then sometimes things just happen. You know, I've had that where it's just like, you know, in relationship, things are going so good, then all of a sudden, like, what the hell happened? Where did that go? Oh, okay. You know, sometimes it's just the contract is done. And, you know, it could be a good thing. Think of it this way. It's just like I try not to worry about so much about, like, being late for, like, certain things. You know, I used to be late for work a lot. You know, just always rushing to get there or whatever. I try not to worry about certain things because it's like, you know, what if while you're driving, you evaded an accident? You know, what if you were late? And if you were on time, you could have gotten into a car crash or a collision that could have taken your life. So sometimes the universe tries to delay you or tries to divert you or makes you late for work. I'd rather be late for work than to end up dead in a car crash. But I try to look at it that way. So kind of look at it this way, okay? Whatever this is. So if something didn't work out, it's probably because, so don't have that resentment. Just be glad that the universe has your back. This person could have gotten into something. Let's say if you stuck together with this person could have, whatever shady business it is that you're doing, if you were still with this person, you could have lost money too because this person has lost something. So while you were still attached to that person, you know, something could have really, really bad could have happened that could have bled onto you. Okay? So whenever things go bad, you know, sometimes it's like, you know what, thank you. You know what, it sucks, but, you know, obviously for whatever reason, I was diverted. Okay? So let's try to start to release some of that anger and resentment that we have against people because for whatever reason, something probably is actually saving you from catastrophe. Okay? All right. So what do they need to know about this one? All right. 5 of Cups in reverse. So whoever this person is, they're actually watching to see if and when this connection actually happens. Okay? So somebody's actually on the side, on the outskirts, watching to see if, you know, there's any kind of relationship that, you know, somebody's getting into, somebody's got their eye on another person. I feel like this person, they just kind of want some form of control over another person. Okay? Now, something may have felt very promising about this, but I'm not necessarily certain that it was. Okay? 108 beautiful souls. Thank you. Yep. That's all it was. It was a contract. Okay? All right. So, all right. Now, let me look into this, and then I think we'll kind of wrap it up, and then see what else we can get. Okay. All right. What are these two going to do when they come together? Now I'm hearing, is it Anne Murray? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? 4 of Wands. When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Somebody definitely has a partner coming in. Now again, just because a partner or something comes in or tarot or whatever says a partner's coming in. Yes, there is an opportunity for someone, not everyone. I wish it were so, but not everyone. But there is an opportunity for someone to meet another person who could actually be long-lasting. It could be a last partner. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, okay? Nothing in life is guaranteed, okay? The only thing certain in life is uncertainty. Meaning, just because tarot says that this person coming in could be incredible, it could be. It's going to take work. Everything is going to take work. What are you willing to give up about yourself? And I'm not talking about, certain things. How is it that you're going to make room for another soul in your life? Because something will have to go. Something will have to be relinquished in order to make time, depending on if you're both ready. It's going to take two. Okay? It's a collective reading, so whoever it resonates for. However, try to get yourself into the idea of expectancy. So just be open to the idea that, something could be coming towards you. Okay? With that in mind, so that you do draw it towards you, so that this can be your story. Okay? Anyway, this next person that's coming in could, this definitely could be, something that could be very long lasting. Okay? Because I'm hearing that song, Anne Marie. Somebody may even like to dance. Okay? Someone may even like to dance. Do I ever feel like something's coming? Yeah. Yeah, we all get that. And that can be a number of different things. A lot of times it depends on whatever it is that you're thinking or feeling, or whatever pops in your mind. It generally could be what it is. But we have to decipher that message, whatever that message is. Okay? Now, whoever this is, they may have a child, or their child could be older. Okay? For some, this child might still be very codependent on them. So let's say they're special needs. Could be a special needs, which can be, difficult. Somebody who's not used to dealing with that, it could be hard to navigate. So that could be a test of strength. This person could be the love of this could be the person of your dreams. But with everyone comes a particular challenge. So this person, may have to give extra effort and attention to their child. Okay? And which could be challenging, to another person. All right? That's not going to be for everyone. Okay? See? Look, somebody could definitely have a child. Two people could be coming together, but somebody could definitely have a child. All right? It could be somebody who's older, but has the mind. I'm getting a little bit like that. Or it could be an older child that has the mind of somebody that's much younger. Okay? So whoever this person is, now the person that has this child is going to need someone who's very patient. If the child, does something that could not normally upset another person, and just know that stuff happens. Somebody's going to have to be very, very patient. All right? And that could be a test. Sometimes the universe wants to see if you're ready for something, and they're going to do something. You could be like, "Dear God, grant me patience." And they're going to bring in something to make you show how patient you are, to learn patience. And that could be meeting somebody that has, a child that has, needs extra attention. And it doesn't have to be a child, but I keep seeing that. Okay? Even like me, I don't have a child, but I have my cat, and my cat, has problems. So I gotta give a lot of attention to my cat. All right, not quite the same, but I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyway, somebody could even want a pet or adopt a pet. I am seeing something about that. So let's say these two people could be coming together. They may have actually have some kind of farm or something like that, or some kind of a sanctuary for animals, or something like that. Something about these two coming together could really make a difference in someone or something's life. Okay? Because I am getting something like that. All right? Look at that. That lion. Yeah, because even in the other reading, I actually cut it out though. But I did mention something about one of these people might actually have a pet, specifically a dog. I think I cut it out. I can't remember if I did. All right. All right. Anything else? Anything else these two need to know? Two of Cups reversed. Six of Swords. Well, this person could definitely be perfect for you, but there will definitely be challenges. Okay? There will be challenges. All right? You're not always going to see eye to eye on the same thing. Okay? There could be certain people or exes that kind of keep coming back. You know? And that's kind of a test of whoever it is that allows that. If you allow that to happen, you allow your ex to kind of keep coming back to contact you. Are you still friends with your ex? Personally, I'm like, for me personally, that's a no-go. No. I'm on good talking terms with exes. You know, I don't talk to them. I don't text them. I don't hang out with them. Now, if a family member of theirs passes, they'll tell me and I'll go to their funeral. But it's like, you know, but some people, they just can't let go of an ex. Okay? And it could be something like that. For me, that's a challenge for that person. You know, some people don't want to let certain people go. Sometimes you just got to. It's just some things, in my opinion, are not proper. You know? All right? It's different if it's, you know, if you share children, of course. If you have to contact, you know, share custody or whatever, that's different. But I mean, if it's something, you know, I mean, it's Queen of Cups. Now, I'm not really sure where or why this is coming in. This is a side note. This is a warning and a side note from somebody else, for somebody else. There is someone who could be coming in to tell you about something that the ex or somebody that you were talking to or dealing with is going to come in and tell you what they've been doing to try to sabotage something, you know? So there could be like a mole or somebody that could come in to tell you something about another person. Or somebody may find out that somebody else had a hand in it. I get that a lot. That comes in a lot. There's always somebody trying to interfere in somebody's relationship. I mean, you know, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. There's always somebody trying to interfere somehow, somewhere. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I do know what that's about. I just don't like it. All right. That's a side note, though. However, there could be something, you know, let's say something happens where two people are talking, or, you know, these two are together, and somebody may say something in order to instill fear into somebody's mind or whatever, and it makes somebody think twice. I've had that happen. You know, somebody tells you something and you're like, And then you see certain behaviors and like, ooh, you know, you get that too. So, if you understand what I'm saying about that. All right. Other than that, that's what you got. Somebody probably doesn't want to let something go. Okay. I feel like that has more in relation to an ex or something like that, though. Somebody doesn't want to let something go. All right. Now, don't want the old. I'd love to hear about someone new coming in. Yeah, that's who this is. This is someone new coming in. But there's always somebody old trying to kind of come in and... All right. I'm going to leave that there. That's basically what it is. You're just going to have a new something coming in that's going to have its challenges. Okay? That's all it is. the more we're here on this planet, the more life gets complicated. The more trauma that we all suffer, the more complicated it is to navigate. So basically, whoever this person is, they're going to have a different set of challenges. Okay? There could be something very, very important about the connection between you two. You both could do something very, very special, magical, important, that could be very beneficial to life somehow. Okay? However that is. Whether it is creating food, healthy food, figuring out new recipes, whether it's helping animals, pets, whether it is helping, people with special needs. Okay? Something like that. It can be a number of different things, but whatever it is, it feels pretty humanitarian, or it feels something with a very good, something very, very, with good, pure morals or ideals behind it. Okay? And the funny thing is that's kind of like how it could be for like a lot of us. Who's to say, or who knows what could actually have come from a lot of relationships that we were in, that we kind of, sometimes we feel like something great was supposed to kind of come of that, but it didn't work out. It's just like, all right, so then what's next? And that could be what somebody kind of gets hung up on too. Sometimes people get hung up on that. All right? Thinking that this one person was supposed to do something. Well, you know what? If you're supposed to do something, the universe will make it certain that somebody else can kind of come in. All right? Anyway. That's what I have for that. And I am getting something, let's hope there's something true in here about the whole TikTok thing. Maybe they're going to be merging with somebody like an American company. World. All right. Especially with that, yeah. It's very possible. It's very, very possible. All right. I think I might do like a little quick short one. And then we're going to hit the road, Jack. Quite heavy but resonating. Don't let it be. Oh, thank you for sticking around and hanging out. Oh, don't let it be heavy. Just prepare that, we always have this idea, especially women. I think men tend to be a little bit more realistic. Women, we fantasize and we romanticize everything. We get so dreamy about everything. And we're so let down when things don't happen. Okay? So, just know, life's going to come at you. You just got to be able to know when to, weave and, bob and weave to dodge the punches. That's all. Nothing is a fairy tale. Nothing is a fairy tale. All right? So, all right. Let's see. Ooh, somebody got a number 2 gifter badge. Somebody got a number 1. Thank you, whoever you are. That's sending me. Thank you, everyone that is sending me good stuff. 88 beautiful souls. Thank you. All right. I'm feeling like a different deck. We're going to do something really, really quick. Want to do like another quick one? I'm feeling Terryland Wonderland. All right. 91 souls. Hello, CV. I think that's your name. I can't. Hello. Hi, you found my account. What a cool name. Alice in Wonderland. I love that. That's an old one. Yes. Carolyn. Hello. Divine Gem. Hello. Melissa Danforth. I don't know your God. I can't. I'm sorry. I like to try to say people's names. I like to try to give shout outs. I can't always do that though. All right, let's do a quick one. Who wants a quick one? What do we want? Hello, Daisha. Hello, Blue Eye Sinner. Interesting name. Okay. You think you should D out? I don't know what that means. Should you wait or invite D out? How about this? What does your intuition tell you? You gotta start working on that intuition. Don't allow someone else to have that much control over you. What does your intuition tell you? Do you feel scared when you're around them? Does something feels like, something feels a little weird? Is it just your brain that says, I want this? But does your stomach say, Okay. All right. Let's get another. Let's do a quick one. All right. King of Pentacles, Empress. All right. King of Pentacles. What is this? What does the collective need to know about this? Somebody has a new hairstyle. We're going to be getting a haircut. Maybe something new about their hair. Oh, King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. I am getting a lot of significance about somebody who... I did get that a minute ago. Somebody's going to be like, hey, how'd you know my first name? Amazing. Amazing Grace. No, it's an old joke. It's an old joke. I just like saying it as a joke. You want gray hair? Well, there you go. There is someone who, so let's say, you left someone, broke up with someone. It doesn't even have to be that. Somebody that you parted ways from, separated from, whatever. Whoever this person was, they may have come into some money. They may have started a new business. They may have done something brand new. And then you stopped hearing from them, you know? Well, it's very, very possible that this person is going to be losing whatever that was. Whoever... So, let's say somebody liked to be flashy or flaunt stuff. Okay. Let's say somebody got a new car, or they got a raise and they started spending a little bit more money. A lot of people do that sometimes. You're going to find out, so something's going to happen with this person, and then you're going to start hearing from them again. But I feel like they're not going to tell you why. And it has something to do with, you know, they don't have the money anymore. Somebody lost money. Okay. Yes, Bunny Love. Joellen. Bunny Love Joellen. Yes, you made it live. Lucky I kind of hung out there for a little bit longer. Because I just finished the big reading. So welcome. Now, somebody's going to start hearing from this person again. And it's because they don't have whatever it was that they had before. Okay? They lost it. Somebody lost it. They could have lost whatever it was. They could have lost their mind. They could have, I'm getting, it could be money, health, or something like that. But somebody just lost it. Okay? Ooh, Judgment. Now, it's like this person felt like they could just kind of crap on people. It's like one of the things where people, they kind of come into something and then they start treating people like crap. And then, you know, and then they lose it. And then they're just like, oh, darn. It's kind of like that. All right. They felt sassy. They felt like they could just kind of like whatever. Okay. Nothing lasts forever. Okay. I don't know necessarily that they're needing help, but I feel like you may hear from them. So they could be like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? They're not going to tell you that they lost something, but just know that that's why they're contacting you. Okay? Probably because they lost something. They lost the person that they left you for. They lost the gang or the group or the people that they hung out with. Let's say they started hanging out with more popular people. Let's say you're like me and you really, you're just not like, you just kind of like do your own thing and, you don't really have a lot of money and you don't really care whether you do or not, but you treat everyone the same, somebody who could be homeless, who has nothing, and somebody who's very, very wealthy. Let's say you treat everyone the exact same, okay? And you don't see people like that, but you have somebody who, once they get money and, whatever it is, then they start to see everyone else as beneath them. Let's say it's something like that. Something could have happened where, they lost something and now they're like no longer, now you're going to hear from this person. Let's say they stopped hanging out with you because, you just couldn't match them on a financial level. Let's say they were doing like lots of, parties and jet setting and, let's say they were meeting celebrities. Let's say they had pretty high profile clients. Let's say they, whatever. All right. Now it's not so. Okay. Lynn is here. Hello, Lynn. So they may kind of want to come back and like go back with the friendship, And I understand, like, it's like, now, if this is just like kind of like if this is like a thing about, because let's face it, sometimes people aren't really, really mean or nasty. Let's not paint everyone with that same picture. Sometimes people, if they start getting into something different, or let's say they start to expand their business, sometimes they have to kind of, because I can see it from that perspective too. Hello, Tiffany. I can see it from that perspective too. Like, in order to kind of work on my business, I had to kind of separate myself from people, and I'm more on TikTok, and there's nothing, I still care about those people, but I have to really, really stay focused, because doing this and being on social media, it's all day long. This is your life. You eat, sleep, and content creators, I don't think a lot of people realize how difficult it is, that this is basically your life. It literally is your life, And there's things that, you just kind of have to kind of like walk away from. So not everyone is rude or bad or mean, okay? Sometimes people really, if they get more work, then they have to continue with that and keep with that flow. If you don't hear from them as much, it doesn't mean it's necessarily that they're, whatever. However, in this scenario, whoever this person is, they thought they were hot SHIT, and you were just beneath them, okay? So it's not that kind of scenario. That's what this is. Somebody thought that they were better than somebody else, okay? Seven of Swords, exactly. In this scenario, it wasn't that somebody was, getting different clients, working harder, yada, yada, yada. Yes, collective, it's collective. It wasn't like that. This person literally just thought that they were just, you're beneath me. I'm going to be hanging out with all these cool people now. It's kind of like that. Okay. All right. So give me some more about this. That's interesting. Look, did you see that? Did you see that? Literally, did you see that? It came out in the upright, but flipped and went in the reverse. And I don't even know what this is. Somebody's lost a lot of money. Somebody could have made a bad investment, or they could have lost a business. Somebody could have been scammed. Could even be that. Okay. I'm getting a loss of money. But, however, sometimes you have people that's, sometimes people will come into money and they'll lose all their friends. Just because it kind of like happens that way. But I don't think so. Not in this case. Somebody could have even, in this scenario, see the Judgment. So let's say somebody could have lost another person, or they could have said, you know what, I'm not going to be, you could have been like dating somebody or talking to somebody. Could have been something fairly new. Then they tossed you over for somebody else. Literally could have like said, you know what, I'm just going to go to this or whatever. Go back to an old person, or whatever, or someone from their past, or whatever. An opportunity that they wanted before, presented itself, and then they kind of tossed you aside. Okay, let's say we can look at it that way too. You could have that going on where this person, maybe they came into some things, and maybe they were dating you, and they were like, I need to kind of like up my, I need to kind of ante up. I need to kind of be around, I need to date somebody that is more my level financially or whatever. I feel like somebody just kind of felt snobby. All right. Now, this person who tossed you aside for somebody else, whatever this was, whatever it was, they felt like they didn't need you anymore. They got what they needed out of you, or they were impatient, whatever it was. I keep getting a lot of emphasis on it. This person may want to come back. They're actually being judged for whatever it was that they did. Okay? And that could be part of the judgment. Part of this judgment is, look at that. Look at that. Part of this judgment is, karmically they could be losing money. Karmically, somebody could be going after them financially. Karmically, they could suffer a death in the family. Okay? And maybe some of their money could go there. Karmically, a lot of things could have happened because of that. Hello, user 53, yada, yada, yada. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so I think we went into all these scenarios. So what else? Lovers, Ten of Swords. And that's still there. Okay. So that's what it is. Somebody had been tossed aside by another person, whether it was a friend or whatever. Somebody kind of like wanted to step up or level up. And for not being humble or for being more shallow, the word ruthless, okay? Somebody could have been very ruthless the way that they acted. Okay? The universe came in and is shutting something down. Shutting something down. And they're like, whatever it was that they dangled in their face, it's coming to an abrupt end. A very harsh ending. So it could be like a very, very, a lot of times, like I said, like I was saying before this reading even started, you get people that kind of like romanticize, especially women. We do that. We romanticize, we fantasize, we think everything is such a fairy tale. We think everything is just, magical, and, I met this person and this is the one. We're blowing smoke up our own butts all day long. And that could be what somebody went through. They were like, this person came at precisely the right moment. This is meant to be. I got to get rid of this person. No. So somebody kind of blew smoke up their own butt and thought that something like that, was coming in for them. But really what it was just a trick. Okay? It was just a trick. So a lot of people do that. I was mentioning that a while ago. a lot of times there's people who they will not search out the rest of a reading. If I have a reading that's like 5 parts and I'm like, you want to see all 5 of these. And there's people like, nope, the other ones didn't show up on my For You page. They're not for me. Maybe there's something very, very important in one of those readings that could be detrimental to your life in some way. Or it could be just some epiphany that you get that could actually solve all your problems with some kind of eye-opening words of wisdom or something like that. It doesn't even have to be me. It could be anybody else. But there are people that will not venture further than their For You page because they think that that's what they're supposed to be. Because somehow somebody was trying to, they wanted more views and more likes. And they're like, if this showed up on your For You page, then it's for you. Because that's not always the case. Somebody believes in that stuff. You know, sometimes we actually have to go and search certain things. Okay. And that's what it is. Some people have this idea that if something lands in front of us, we're supposed to take it. No, we're supposed to be discerning. We are supposed to be discerning. If you have everything that you've ever hoped for in a person, you know, everything, they just don't have as much money. You know, if you have everything that you've wished for, everything, this thing is perfect. And then something else kind of comes along and you think, well, I wanted this a long time ago and it didn't present itself, but I have this amazing thing now. But you know what? I'm actually going to go to this because what if? That's a trap that everyone falls into. Because people think that just because it shows up in front of you that you're supposed to take it, that it is for you. No. You have to have discernment. Even with tarot readings. You know, I've gotten into that with a couple people, but sometimes people, every reading, you cannot, just like every reading, you cannot make every reading fit for you. You can get into your creative mind to see how it works for you, but it doesn't mean that it's always for you. Okay? Just because we say you or whatever, it's because we have to be quick. You know, we have to be able to kind of grab the audience. You know, because the reading really could be you. Could be for you, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just entertainment. Okay? So we have to keep that in the back of our mind. We have to be discerning. Because we could be kicking out something that really was for us. And I'm surprised I don't see the devil here. Because I feel the energy of the devil. I feel the energy of temptation. Because that's what the Lovers is also. It's temptation. Okay? And that temptation just got, you know, somebody chopped the head off of that. They just axed it. They chopped off their own foot. That's what that is. And they're receiving very, very bad judgment for it. Okay? They did not make the right decision. Their decision led to a demise. Okay? Very, very painful, in fact. So we have to start being able to be discerning as to what messages are ours. I realize, especially like a lot of my readings, I realize a lot of people can relate to my readings. I do my best to make people understand them, okay? To apply it to real life situations. Because I legitimately do want people to, and I think that that's what we all want. I'm not saying anyone doesn't. I think that's what we all want. But I really want people to be able to relate to these readings if it's going to help you in some kind of way so that you can understand what it is I'm talking about. Okay? So that's why I do it, but it doesn't mean that every reading that I give is going to be yours. You have to be able to discern whether or not the reading that I'm talking about is for you. Okay? If not, so, and that's with even people coming into your life. If you have something wonderful and amazing, it doesn't mean you have to throw it away because something else comes in that you think that the universe brought it to you because you think it was divinely guided or divinely timed. Not everything is. Sometimes the devil has his hand in that. Okay? And like I said, I am feeling the underlying theme of devil energy. I'm just surprised it's not here. Okay? So, I hope all that made sense. I don't really think there's anything else to kind of get out of this. I think the bottom line is with whatever this is, if that scenario made sense to you where somebody kind of tossed you aside, okay, for something else, chances are you may hear from that person, okay, because they lost something and they're most likely not going to tell you that they lost something. You may have blocked them, they may have blocked you. Somebody could have even been ghosted. And for that matter, if somebody did that, do you really want someone like that in your life? Someone you can't even depend on? Okay. So, yeah. Somebody could be feeling very alone. I mean, this is a Ten of Pentacles, of course, but, you know, she's on the sofa, you know, by herself. And that could be even significant of you. You know, let's say it's just you and your pets. Oh, heck me. That's a cat and a dog. Or no. Well, it's 2 cats. But, you know, it kind of looks like Dexter's... Let me see, look. My little orange dog. My little redhead back here. But, you know, that could be you. You have all that you need. You know, you could be maybe bored. But at least you have everything. So, you don't need to kind of jump back into this. Somebody is just going to probably do the same thing to you again. Okay? Yeah, he's my baby. My baby back here. He's staring at me. But, okay. Alright. King of Cups. Moon. Alright. Yes. Learn to enjoy your own company. 100 beautiful souls. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. You don't have to look in the rear view. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Anything exciting going to happen to you? I don't need tarot for that. You don't need tarot for that either. The only way something exciting is going to happen to you is if you make something happen for you. In order for anything to kind of come into play, we have to take an action. What action do you want to take? Is there something that you've always wanted to do? Take the action and go do it. There's your excitement. Bring it in. You wish you could have understood these things sooner. Hey, better late than never, right? Better late than never. At least you got the lesson in this lifetime. It always hits the mark with you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm just a messenger, though. I can't take the full credit, but I'm glad. I'm glad the messages, you know, satisfy that. All right. Thank you for the follow, Sass Geigs. Dark side of the moon. It's important to underrated how you must learn. It's so important and underrated how you must learn who you are as a... Yeah, exactly. It is my pleasure. Whoever said thank you. Your name is gone. I can't see it. It's been so many years masked up. And sometimes that's how long it takes. It's no big deal. It's only too late when it is too late. Something in my first year made me really think about doing a lot of studying about life and death, the death process. Made me really think differently about life. Okay? So, basically, it really puts things into perspective, how much you fear death and how much you learn about death and the dying process. So, there are so many people that are like, people are sitting there waiting for a partner to go to the Bahamas with, or to go to Italy or Paris. If you can afford to do it, or there's a way of doing it, put your focus in on doing that and accomplish that, whether you have somebody to accompany you or not. You know? And I remember a story I read somewhere where it was like, I'm trying to think of the story, but it's like somebody felt too old to swing on swings. You're like, oh, that's what kids do. It could have been somebody in their 40s or 50s. Okay? kind of how the story went with me. I'm trying to think of where it was that I read the story. But somebody felt ridiculous. It felt too old to swing. So they'd pass it up, but they loved to swing. But they wouldn't do it. When they were in their, 80s or 90s and they were on their deathbed and they were dying, they were like, I wish I could go back and swing. That's when it's too late. It's never too late. Whatever it is or how ridiculous you may seem. If you want to do something, just do it. So, it's only too late when it is too late. If there's someone that you have a crush on, who cares? I've done it. I've embarrassed myself a couple of times, but I was like, you know what? Who cares? I had a crush on a girl that worked on a different shift at my old job. I had no idea she was straight. I mean, a lot of times when women, talk, they seem a little flirty, but maybe they're not even being flirty. It's just how they are. But I was interpreting it wrong, and I thought she was, same team as me. I asked her out. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm not. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. Well, okay. And, she paid me such an amazing compliment, though. She didn't feel weird. And it made me feel pretty good because she was like, the amount of courage it took to actually come up with it. Because I had like this thing, it was just like the way I said it or whatever. She was like, the amount of courage that you had. And I was like, yeah, she's right. Well, thank you. And it really made me feel different. Okay? So even if you have a crush on someone, am I saying continue to chase people? No. Don't harass people. Ask them once. If they say no, and if women are playing hard to get, well, then they're just going to have to miss out. Because I had that happen to me before, too. I asked women out, and they were like, no. I'm like, okay. And I never bothered them again. And then they get mad at me because I wasn't chasing them. I'm like, well, you told me no. For me, no means no. Because when I tell people no, I mean no. I only see things, from my perspective. So, start taking chances, start taking risks. Don't be creepy, but if you like someone, just kind of say something nice. If they say no, who cares? It's better to do that and then be turned down than to go another 40 years and on your deathbed, you're like, I wish I had asked that person out and I never did it. I wish I had taken more risks and chances in life. And it's time to come out of that awkwardness, I mean, I can be awkward too. I'm okay with it. I'm very okay with it. They should, but maybe in this life they're not supposed to learn it. Maybe they're supposed to do a repeat. Maybe they're supposed to have a do-over. People aren't learning lessons, so they're going to be reborn here. At least that's my belief. You started this after your ex passed away. May your ex rest in peace. To walk through those doors. Yeah, exactly. And, well, since I'm here and we're talking about any of that, anyone have any questions that are not technically tarot related, where I'm not doing cards, but anyone have any questions about like passing or anything like that? Anything that I've studied? You're right, reincarnation is done. I'm not sure you're pretty. That's your last go here. It depends on, how much you have ascended in your mission. Because we keep coming back until we get closer and closer to God. At least from my studies. Also pretty sure you've done this a few times. Does your son's dad forgive you for not saying Huh? You can't accept that you lost your mom? Have you gone to see anyone to help you process that grief? Okay. That might be a good idea. So that you can, we all need help with things from time to time. You know, whether it's someone, you know, religious or spiritual, you know, or a clinical psychologist. You know, sometimes we just need someone who is more learned about it, rather than, you know, talking to friends or whatever and just kind of like letting it out, so that you're able to understand the process and see why certain things happen, to help you be able to understand it so that you can, you know, heal from it. Okay. I guess that's it. Look, you have a lot of negative energies in the family. Try to stay away from it. Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's just kind of, it is what it is. You love my face. Thank you for bringing you back. Oh, thank you. Happy Wednesday afternoon. It's Wednesday evening. It's 7:50. It's 7:57 p.m. here. So, all right, everyone. Have a good night. Get some rest. And I'll see you next time. Is my man ex-girlfriend still in love with him? I don't think you really need tarot for that. So here's the thing. Think of it this way. You focusing all your energy and attention on someone else is taking away from your man. So all of that energy and attention that I guarantee he would love and would probably not care if you're giving him all that love and attention. So don't worry about her. Make sure you're giving your man all that love and attention. If it's a good man, of course. There are good men who are very, very worthy of lots of admiration and attention. So put all that energy that you're thinking, that you're worried about her, put it all into him. And you, of course. Don't leave yourself out. Don't worry about her. If he's going to go and run off with her, hey, let him go. You don't want to hold on to that. You can contact me through email or shoot me a message through Instagram to inquire about a personal reading. They're generally like $2 a minute. That's just for the cards. The talking, the chit-chat, you know, the getting to know each other, the introduction, the explanation, everything else isn't included. If I channel messages, it's not included. You just charge for the cards and every question that comes as far as the cards. So generally like a 15-minute reading, which is all cards, would be about $30. However, the reading, the entire session, is generally like 25 to 30 minutes. So, and we are on a call through FaceTime, through Zoom. So we interact and we talk to each other. So, okay. My Instagram is Become the Star. All lowercase. Become the Star. All lowercase. That's my Instagram. So you always know it's me whenever I do a reading for you. I do not do this nonsense. I don't send video messages. I don't send video readings. I'm just not very good with computers. and my email only allows me to send, I think, 25 minutes. I don't know how to, I'm not good with any of that stuff. So I do all my readings, you know, via Zoom call. We interact. You see me shuffle everything. You get me one-on-one. And I don't text, and I don't do fertility readings. I don't do that stuff. So you always know it is me that you get. There is no way you can be scammed as long as you're contacting me directly. And I don't go into anyone's DM and, harass them about readings and then say, well, if you don't want a reading, can you send me? I don't do any of that. I don't know of any reader that actually does that. I don't think anyone does that. It's such an invasion. It's such a violation of spiritual law. That is a complete violation of spiritual law. That's not how we do it. People come to us when they need us. We don't go harassing people. My email is becomethestar1111@gmail.com. All lowercase. becomethestar1111@gmail.com.